I've got my Rhode Island coffee cup. It was a gift to my wife. It fits under my coffee maker, so I like the lower ones. And this is a Starbucks deal. Unfortunately, you can't see what it says because there's
I've got my Rhode Island
so
coffee
much
cup. It was a
writing
gift.
on it. But that shows how quickly it's streaming when it says it's not streaming yet. Obviously, it was streaming for a while. But anyway, let's get down to business. I've got the whiteboard blurred because I'm going to be opening it up in a minute. And today's agent update call, if you're brand new, welcome to DAC. My name is David Rutz with David Allen Capital. Excited to be here and excited to have you here. Started this business right here in this home-based office that I'm in right now. We've built it out. It's much bigger now, but started it at a table sitting right over there and almost 10 years ago now. And we funded hundreds of millions of dollars now and helped out, paid millions in commissions, and thousands of agents have joined. And you're here. Our funding platform's gotten better and better. A lot of great things happening. But what it boils down to is the ambition of independent agents. We got a corporate team that's solid, that loves our company. Our partnership with Bridgepoint, Wade Cordell, and our Bank Breezy funding platform, solid. We've got great supplier relationships with our lenders. We continue to improve that lender roster because there's always new lenders starting, but we're very careful to not put your clients in harm's way. And we did that early on, not knowing what we didn't know. A lot of lenders out there, you think they all have integrity, you think they all care, you think they all want to take care of the client and provide great customer service, but not all do. Some are predatory. And we even had some deals that sold our deals out the back door. They'd take our application, say it was already in their system, and they'd call the client themselves and steal the deal. It's amazing what exists out there, but the good news is we've ironed all that out. You don't have to worry about that with us now, and we've had that ironed out since 2016. But still, there's always sometimes there's a rogue employee even. But fortunately, we've got real good relationships with our suppliers, which are the lenders. They love what we do. They don't want to lose our business. They know one lack of integrity and it's done. So they also know that they give us their best offer. And because we're not going to go back and forth with them, we're getting offers from multiple places. The better the file is, the more offers we're getting, and the better they better give a price because they're getting an offer from elsewhere. They're okay with that. They'd rather have a shot than no shot, and they bring us their best shot. Your client wins. You win. You don't have to go apply at 20 places to find the best offer for your client. You don't have to waste all that time and then get not the best offer because they don't know you're competing, right? Our providers all know that. But with that said, you as a new agent with us or an existing agent, thank you because you're hooking your wagon to our engine. You're bringing your horsepower. You're getting in our car and driving it because it's your car too. You're part of the fleet. And much like, a rental car company's got enterprise rental cars got fleets of cars nationwide, which makes them enterprise, right? And if you didn't have cars all over in every city, then enterprise wouldn't be that special. Uh, DAC, you guys are a part of the fleet. Some of you've created your own fleet, if you will. You've built big teams yourself. Just by being involved, you get the benefit of the fleet, if you will. You get the benefit of the multi locations, the thousands of other agents. You joining, you get all that benefit because we get higher commissions. We can pay you higher commissions. We're able to offer all these systems for free. We're able to bring on support staff and stuff and cover it because of all the people that have been here while already producing volume. It covers everything. So we're already operating at a profit. So we can invest in our business more. We're launching a learning management system. Not going to charge you guys anything for that. So being a part of DAC, you're already part of a big movement that's only getting better and better, exponentially growing. And exponentially benefiting your business. So thank you for being here. And if you've already referred others yourself, you never have to, but you can. If you've referred other agents yourself, then great, you're helping to expand that and you can earn overrides on it, right? So that's the beautiful thing about our business is we've got the best offer available, which is one-stop best offer funding. 5-minute application best offer from 20 plus providers, $500 best offer guarantee. That is, you can't, if you're talking business funding, You can't touch that in our space. Nobody else can do that. No one else is doing that. You get to by being involved here. So you've got that going for you. Then you put all the stack on all the free benefits of our agent opportunity. We had an app company that we talked to in the past. They wanted us to market their app. I said, I'm just not, we thought about it, but the cost is just too high. And I'm like, listen, I don't want to pass costs on to our agents. I just don't want to do that. So that the benefit of your app isn't there yet. I'll spend some money, but I'm not going to spend that much. And they said, well, maybe we can come up with a free model for you guys. So we're talking next week. You never know. I don't know that we need it. We've already got everything going pretty darn cool. Nobody does that for free unless they can make money somehow. So, but the point is, we don't do things that make money on you. We do things that provide you a way to make more money. And then we share a little bit of your success. We think that's the right model long term. And we think every company should do that. With that said, let's talk about leads. Let's talk about leads. The biggest question people have is, oh, I love this. How do I get leads? Where do I get leads? Should I buy leads? How do you guys provide leads, right? There's all these questions. So I'm just going to go through something that was shared with me years ago, and that I've formulated up here on the board. And I want to go through this with you. I'm going to unblur my whiteboard or unblur my screen. Don't get ahead. What I want to talk about first is there's two types of leads out there, warm market and cold market. Warm market, cold market. Write this down real quick. Warm market is people who know you. Cold market are people who don't know you. All right. So warm market and cold market, how you do the business differs. Then there's different ways you're going to reach out to your warm market. One-to-one. And how do you reach out to cold market? One-to-one. Or you reach out one-to-many, like through a post. One-to-many is to warm market and cold market. So these are your only four ways of generating leads. You can outreach one-on-one to someone you know, outreach one-on-one to someone you don't know, okay? Outreach to many people that you know at one time, like through a social post, or outreach to many people you don't know, like through, and it's actually, Chamber of Commerce is actually over here. Chamber. They start over here in cold market. You don't know them today, but you can do one presentation at your Chamber of Commerce meeting in front of 40 business owners, right? That's one to many. So these are your only ways of doing outreach right now. Now I'm going to go through these because it's real simple. This is a real simple business if you break it down to this elementary level. What got me out of General Motors is they said, do this, reach out to everyone you know personally, and just let them know, you're offering them value. If you don't think they're offering value, of course you won't reach out to anyone. But if you really think this helps business owners and you don't reach out to them, then you don't have integrity. So either you don't think it has value or you do. If you do, then you should tell everyone you know about the value. If you don't think it has value, of course don't share. But if you do think it has value, I think that's a good indicator. Do you have enough value where you'll let people know that you know? Or do you only let strangers know? Do you not want anyone to know about DAC that you know? Well, that may say a lot about your belief in the product, right? So one-to-one warm outreach is you showing the value of either the business opportunity or the product that business owners you know or individuals you know. Cold market care outreach is you reaching one-on-one to someone, either taking calls or making calls to people you don't know. We'll get into that. But what got me out of General Motors is right here. This upper left quadrant, people I do know, reaching out to them and telling them about the product that I believed in and telling them about the business I was involved in that I thought had great value. When you share value, value is nothing more than a vision of an outcome that you think could be real and the likelihood that that can be real. If there's a high likelihood that that can be real, that becomes high value. If there's a low likelihood that that can become real, like if 1 out of 10 got approved who we got funding, eventually you're like, if I got 10 people to apply, I might get 1 funding. Now the offer is not that valuable. But when over 8 out of 10 get approved, and these are people who can't get approved at their bank, now you got massive value, right? And same thing with our business opportunity. You can get started for free. You can make a full-time commission immediately by offering a state-of-the-art product and competitive product, high-value business Desirability, the outcome, the likelihood of the outcome comes down to the activity level of the agent, right? There's no risk to them. There's no cost to them. If they're active and they outreach to a lot of business owners, they'll probably get fundings and they'll probably earn commissions. If they don't, they probably won't. But that's the same in any business, right? There's not a business alive where that's not the case. So this is what got me out of General Motors, reaching out to people that I knew, my warm market, about a business opportunity that I thought was high value. I thought that now my enroller didn't make any money. His enroller didn't make any money, but that person's enroller was making over 10 grand a month. So I knew it was possible, right? My enroller quit recently after that. His enroller quit recently after that. And that enroller above them is still active in this industry today. Something about the person, not the business opportunity. Something about the ambition, not the opportunity. Same opportunity with different people creates different outcomes. So who's willing to do this? So now if you're going to reach out, we're going to talk about warm market first, talking to business owners and individuals you know. That's where you want to focus. Our training says start warm market, outreach to people you know first. We'll get to these other three, but start with warm market. And how do you reach out direct? How do you reach out one-on-one, whether it's warm or cold? By the way, these are all free. You didn't have to pay anything for those. That's what that says there. Free, free, free. This is paid. Ads are paid. Chamber of Commerce, you got to join. There's a cost for that. But all these are free. All the others are free, right? So you don't have to pay for leads. So how do you reach out to your warm market? Here's your direct approaches. Phone, email, text, direct message like social networks, and voicemail. Those are your ways you can reach out individually. That's it. Of course, in person, one-on-one, you walk in the place, right? But this is for reaching out. So now you say, okay, who do I reach out to? Pick up your phone, your email list, your phone list, and your social groups. There's your target warm market right there. Your telephone list. You open your phone and you look at your contacts. There's a bunch of them. Go through and is it a business owner? Reach out to them about the business funding. Is it a business owner? Reach out to them about the business funding. Is it a business owner? Scroll, 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 scroll. Business owner, reach out about the business funding. Scroll, 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 scroll. Everyone in your phone that's a business owner, reach out to them if you think this is a valuable product. If not, find a business that you think is valuable because you'll never succeed here, right? It's pretty, I'm okay if you don't really want to promote business funding or our platform. You should be okay. I'm okay with that. We're not for everybody. I get that. If I wasn't okay with that, I'd be charging you money. So I make money on your involvement before you quit. But I'd rather you quit and save yourself the time and go do something else that you love than stay here and just drag along for 3 months or 4 months or 6 months, right? So I want you to succeed here. I know you can succeed here. I know the ideal outcome is very possible here if you just do this. So you're reaching out, you go through your platform, your email list, go through it. Just go through it. Start at the top. Start going through all your email contact. Business owner, send them an email. Business owner, send them an email about the funding. Business owner, send them an email. Business owner, send her an email. So you just go through the list from top to bottom. So go through the list, top to bottom. Business owner, tell them about the funding. It's just a simple text or a phone call or an email or a direct message, right? When you're done with your phone, go to your email list. Start at the top. Business owner, tell them, till you're done with all your business owners. When you're done with your business owners, go to your social groups. Everyone who's your social friend, direct message, business owner, go through it. Go through your friends list. Business owner, direct message. Business owner, direct message. Business owner, direct message. Business owner. You haven't called any of them. You've texted, you've emailed, and you've direct messages thousands of people potentially just from your contact list. Hundreds of business owners. You'll have fundings. You'll get fundings. The key is the product, does the product work and do you have business owners? No, it's have you found them in your phone and reached out to them yet? That's all. So you go through your phone list, you go through your email list, and you go through your social group list. Once you've done all that, then you got to worry about leads. Most people have not done that. I've not done that yet. I don't think anyone in their company has done that yet with everyone in their phone, everyone on their email list, and every one of their social market yet. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, but do that. That's first. So don't say, where do I get leads? Where do I get leads? Right here, warm market, right here, your phone, right here, your email list, right here, your social groups, right? So now, once you've done that, that's for business funding. For the business opportunity, you do the same thing, but now everyone in your phone is a person. Every one of these people is a prospective business agent with us. Every one of them. Now you may say, I'm going to start with people who've done B2B experience. I'm going to go down. Are they comfortable being an entrepreneur already? Are they already an entrepreneur? Are they already? You can prejudge a little bit, but what I've learned is usually those you think will do this don't, and those you think won't will. So I've decided I don't prejudge anymore. I just offer it. I offer it, and then it's really bizarre who runs and who doesn't. It's just people I think, man, they would do so well, and I give them a little extra. Come on, man, check this out, but they're not interested. And the others who I go, yeah, they're not. Well, they really need it, man. They don't really have a good job. They don't really have a good income. They really need it, but they don't have the motivation to do it. So, but some of them do. Some of them are sick and tired of being sick and tired, so they're ready to jump. So, do I think the agent opportunity is high value? I've earned millions in this industry. I think it's amazing value. I've lost hundreds of thousands of dollars starting businesses, other non-sales organization businesses. Lost hundreds of thousands in lawsuits by owning companies. Had employees that I had to pay even when I wasn't getting paid. I've done the business ownership thing. That's why I have such an empathy for the business owners. I've done all those, not all of them. I've had success in business and I've had the roller coaster of business, right? And so I look at all that and I see how much I've made as an agent, not as an owner, as an agent. And I say, why would someone do all that other stuff when 6 out of 10 who start their own business break even or lose money? Many go bankrupt because the business they put everything they have into it. I'm not against business ownership. I say go for it. But unless you've got that what we call that rat in your gut, that ambition that you'll overcome any mountain that comes your way in business, you will eventually be part of the 6 and 10 who don't make it. Just like I say, 9 out of 10 won't make it in what we do. That's why we don't charge money. We could charge money. We don't because I don't want your money unless you succeed. It's pretty simple. I could charge $99 a month for this. It'd be bringing in 100 grand a month quickly. 1,000 people only? 1,000 people paying 99. We got 100 grand a month coming into the Ruts house. But I don't want to do that, right? It. You could. We'd have 1,000 who pay $100 a month for it. So, but we're free. So where else can someone have the opportunity to make millions as an agent, build a team, a fleet, and literally earn $500,000 a year without the risk of a business, but all the benefits of a business? Right here, DAC. I don't know of another company where you don't at least have to buy inventory every month or pay renewal fees or pay startup fees or recruit people who buy product, pay fees, do that. Nothing wrong with those companies, except it's a lot harder to build a massive organization with all those loopholes. What is the loophole here? You got to qualify for a higher pay. You get a minimum pay, but you got to qualify for a higher pay. That's our loophole. And you got to renew once a year. That's our loophole. You got to renew or else you get canceled. What's it take to renew? Pushing a button, making sure your email on file where your password reset comes to is the right email, or calling support and saying, hey, can you update my email? I need to reset my password. That's the requirement. Yeah. Pretty soon an LMS will be the requirement. They got to go through an hour-and-a-half long training and answer a quiz. That's the requirement to have a business where you can make all this money. You're not at risk. Yep. So if that doesn't give you a value, some of you it doesn't. I get it. Some of your ideal, not maybe you, but some people who join our business, the possibility of the outcome being a reality doesn't exist. They're like, yeah, those things don't work, and yet they still give this a kick around, and it's never going to work for them. Other people go, the ideal likelihood of this outcome, I believe every one of you when you join can make $500,000 a year with us, or I wouldn't do this business. I'd quit it tomorrow. I would shut it down tomorrow and walk away and earn my residuals. I would not be doing this if I didn't think everyone who joins can make $500,000 a year with us. If I don't believe that, I need to shut this down. And if you don't believe that, you need to shut this down. But hopefully you believe it. because it's only 10 people personally who get one client a month and you get one client a month. It's not thousands of people. That's it. So if you see the value because there's a vision of what you can make and the ideal the possibility that's likely to occur is there, that's high value. If you see 8 out of 10 who apply for funding are going to get approved if they're doing 15,000 a month, they've been in business 6 months and their bank statements actually show it and they're not bouncing a bunch of checks, 80% of the time they're going to get an offer and 80% of them take the offer. That's a high likelihood that you can help that customer and earn great money if you get applications. Sharon's my mom. We do calls out to new agents, and we're slowing that down a little bit because we got a lot of agents joining, and we're falling behind on calling every new agent. So please call all your new agents, welcome them aboard. But one of them she talked to yesterday, the agent was thinking about quitting. Hasn't even started thinking about quitting because their enroller told him, "Yeah, I submitted someone and I didn't get a fund. They didn't get approved." And Sharon said, common sense said, well, yeah, if they don't meet our requirement, they won't get approved. That we don't owe you, we don't guarantee everyone's approved. They got to have 15,000 a month and they got to have at least 4 months of business and they got to have bank statements that show that. And they can't have a bunch of NSFs. And as long as they have that, likelihood is we're going to get them an approval. That client didn't have that, so they were declined. Now that made that agent say they should quit and tell their person they personally enrolled, this doesn't work. You can't fix that, can you? Can't fix that. If a business owner does not have the minimum requirements, they will be declined. It's real simple. If you run out of gas, your car won't work. It's not the car's fault. It's the person who is responsible to keep the gas in it. Well, so do you see value here? Do you see value? Will you reach out, start with your phone book and offer it, then go through your email and then go through your social posts? And some people say, yeah, I'm going to reach out to 100 people a day. Some say I'm going to do 2 a day. Some say 10 a day. Some say, how long is it going to take you to go through your contact list? I don't know how to figure out how many contacts I have in here, but I'm just going to look at something real quick. Contacts. It doesn't say, does it? Oh, yeah. I've got 1,891 contacts. How long is it going to take me to get through 1,891 contacts? In my email book, I've got, 1,553 in my email. 1,800 phone numbers, 1,553 emails. That's 3,300 people I've got to contact. Do you really need to buy leads? These are people who all know David Rutz's name. Your phone book's got a bunch too. So just do that first. Stay up there first. If you want to guarantee your success, stay there. As soon as you move out of there, now you start getting into, you got to be really good at it. Not saying don't do it. So there's number one. You got that? That's the first method. When you're done here, then it's okay going here. Now, it's nothing wrong going here now too, but don't think you got to start here. If you start here, it's a lot harder. Costs money, costs time. They don't know who you are. They're suspicious. Even if they like what you say, they might ignore you and just go right to our website. They may not know you. They may not care to know you. You tell them who you are and they may just do a Google search for business funding instead of calling you back. We can't stop them. Right? It's a cold market. If I run a billboard on the TV, or if I put a billboard up on I-75 here and you drive by it or your friend drives by it, that doesn't mean they're going to call the number on the billboard ad. I ran Facebook ads, spent $75,000 trying to test Facebook's. 75 grand. You know how many clients clicked on and got funding? 2. 75 grand. 2. And you know what the agency told me who was doing it for me? They said, yeah, but 6 out of 10 of your clients who's gotten funded in the last month saw your ad. Yeah, but they didn't click on it. So what good does it do that I'm spending 75 grand on advertising and an agent is getting the deal? Because I don't make money on the fundings. If I were keeping half of the funding commission, it's great, but I can't keep spending all this money and 6 out of 10 who got funding that month saw that Facebook ad. But an agent talked to them too. Or they went and did a Google search and saw an agent's website and clicked on it. They didn't click on my Facebook ad. We were bringing awareness and attention, but only 2 clicked on the ad. They called it attribution. Yeah, well, I don't get paid for attribution, nor do you. If you run a bunch of ads, you don't get paid for attribution. If you advertise Bank Breezy and DAC all over the world and people go around you and they don't know you, so they don't call you, you don't even know they heard about it through you, nor do we. They have to enter a name, they have to enter someone, but a lot of times they just do a Google search or go to YouTube and find a video and click on that person's link. So we don't encourage ads unless you have a way that it's just your system. But that's why we say don't advertise David Allen Capital or Bank Breezy or any of that. So we don't teach this. We teach here. Start warm market. And then one-on-one is not just here, it's canvassing as a customer. This is the best one, canvas as customer. That's when you're going in to people you don't know and do know. They're cold market and they're warm market. They're people you shop. If you're in their coffee shop, you're a customer. It's like a warm market approach. They don't know you, but you're at least not a salesperson. You're a customer who's talking to them, okay? So here's your markets. Now, there's your target list to stay up in the upper left-hand corner for funding, payment processing, and business opportunity. Those are the key products, all right? Funding, payment processing, business opportunity. You go through there. Now, how do you go to your warm market one-to-many? One-to-many, this is your warm market on the left. You can talk one-to-many with social posts, social videos. You got 50 friends in your social feed. You do one video there and all of a sudden you get 72 views. Okay, 72 people saw that. You put a post up, you don't know if anyone saw it. But when you do a video on your social post, you do a short video, as we call it social video posts, you'll see 112 views, 132 views, 74 views. Great. You just did one-to-many. And they click, and you say in the video, if you want to get your funding your funding best offer, just click my link below and do your 5-minute app, and you'll get your best offer by tomorrow. And you do one-to-many. The person, I'm thinking of the people who've gotten the most fundings in our company, and some of the people that were getting, like the record we had was 6 fundings in one day. 6 fundings in one day. It was all this. They're real good at social videos. They just did videos. Every day they did 3 or 4 videos. And they had a large following already. And they just did videos. And they still get renewals today. They're no longer with us. They're no longer in the funding space. They're doing videos for other things. They're in real estate now. But they still get referrals and get fundings every single month because of old videos they have that are still being played. They're not even creating new ones and haven't for 3-4 years. They're in other industries now, and they still get clients with us because of this. And we say, do it, 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 do it. Nope, I'm not going to do it. Okay, we can't make you do. You're an independent agent. We say go there and go there. Do these things first. And also canvas as a customer. And also, now let's go to cold market. How do you get people in your cold market for one-on-one? Again, this is one-on-one. One-on-one outreach is up here. This is one-to-many. This is one-on-one. How do you talk to cold market and where do you get them? Well, canvas as a customer, but care call. Here's how you get your target market. You don't have to pay for them. These are all free. Trucks you drive by, ads you get in your circulator. I just got the monthly shopper in my mail yesterday. There's a bunch of more leads. Bunch of businesses advertising in my local community. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just saw your ad in the monthly shopper. They know they advertise in the monthly shopper. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just saw your ad in the mail chat. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just saw your billboard on I-75. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just saw your ad in the local newspaper. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just drove by your truck. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just drove by your business on Highland Road. Hey, you don't know me directly. I just drove by. What a cool sign you got on Highland Road. You don't know me directly. Trucks, ads, Google searches, social sites, city block. Okay, I'm going to make sure this entire city block knows about DAC. I'm just going to go in and canvas, cold canvassing, one-on-one, one-to-one. You walk in a city block, you just go get a coffee in your hand from your local Starbucks. And you walk down the street, you walk in, hey, I was just getting a coffee next door and I saw your business. I have not met you yet. I just want to introduce myself because I love helping business owners. Why? Because I love helping business owners. Why? Because I love helping business owners. Why? People don't say that. And you want to know the easiest way to get to me as a business owner? Relate with me because employees don't know, customers don't know. You can't understand what it's like to be a mom unless you've been a mom. You can't understand what it's like to be a dad unless you've been a dad. And you can't understand what it's like to be a business owner unless you've been a business owner. But when you know 6 out of 10 are breaking even or losing money, if you don't have empathy for that, that's like saying 6 out of 10 kids can't read and you can teach them spelling and reading and you don't want to because you can read. Your bills are covered. So you don't have to worry about those business owners. Your bills are covered. You got your job. If you've ever had a time when your bills weren't covered, you know that stress. Okay. And you've got kids to take care of. Well, their kids are their employees and their business and their landlord and their kids and their business and everything else that they've got to take care of and their suppliers. If you don't have empathy for that, then you don't understand. So if you have empathy, wouldn't you have it? If you reached out and you know 6 out of 10 kids can't read and you can teach reading, would you go, hey, I want to teach you about reading? Or would you say something more affectionate? I want to help you because I love reading. And I know what reading is going to do for you. And I want to make sure you know that I got your back. I'll sit with you until you know how to read. I got your back. Don't worry about it. Don't be embarrassed by it. I got your back. Whatever it takes, you'd have a compassion. So when we say go into someone, you don't know me directly. I just want to introduce myself. You don't know me directly. I was just in the area or I just saw your sign, but I wanted to introduce myself because we love helping business owners. You guys are rock stars. We love helping to fuel your growth because we know how hard it is to be a business owner. Booyah! Not a customer going, why is my coffee a little too hot? Why is my coffee a little too cold? Why is my cup a little too dirty? Why do I got to wait so long for you to clear that table off? Why is there not a host helping me minute I walk through the door? There's so much demand on business owners from customers, but not many people coming and saying, you know what, thank you. Thank you for being in our community and doing this. Thank you for taking it on the chin so that we have a place to bring our family to eat dinner tonight. Thank you for taking on the chin to have this environment. You built this whole patio so we could have the cool springtime outside in Michigan and have a cool patio to eat at. Thank you for that. We know it's causing a problem with your neighbor or this, or we know it's causing a problem with that over there. And we just thank you for that. Man, show some empathy and watch how many referrals you get. They'll go, hey, they get it. Hey, that person gets it. So business owners stick together. They understand each other. Moms stick together, dads stick together, coaches stick together. Everyone, band people understand band people, right? Worship leaders understand worship leading. So relate with business owners. Sorry, that's off the beaten path, but it doesn't matter if you know where the leads are, if you don't follow the training on how to talk to the leads. All right. So city blocks, industry type. Again, you can target an industry nationwide through Google. It can be over the phone. And then you've got bought leads at the bottom. This is the only one that has a cost. All these are free. You have no need to buy leads. By the way, if you're buying the leads, 50 other people have bought those leads and they're getting calls from a bunch of people and you're going to annoy them. They don't want to take your call. I wouldn't buy leads ever. I wouldn't buy leads ever. If they worked, I'd tell you to buy them. We'd have a lead source for you. How do we know this? We hired lead companies. We bought leads for people. Some of our own agents let them try it. We bought this batch of leads. This one said they're better. The live trigger leads, live transfer leads. Let's buy these leads. That's $2 a lead, $20 a lead, $50 a lead, $15 a lead, 50 cents a lead, 5,000 leads for $500. I got 2,000 packages. I get emailed twice a week. Hey, I can get you 2,000 funding packages that applied in the last month. Great leads. You know how many people they're selling that lead list to? If they're selling 2,000 funding packages for $500, they're selling that to 700, 800 people who go, oh yeah, I want all those. And they're just annoyed by the phone call, right? Don't buy leads. So when we say bought leads cost, I wouldn't buy leads ever. You don't need them. We just showed you, you got 700 leads for business opportunity right here. And how many businesses in your community hold outreach right here? You don't need to buy leads. Okay. So what we're going to do is oh, by the way, then when you go down to social posts, one to many, do videos, do them, Nick. Great video, buddy. Do videos. Keep doing videos. Keep doing testimonial videos. Keep doing them. Chamber, join the chamber. We reimburse you up to $500 when you get your first funding. BNI groups, chamber groups, networking meetings. If you go to the local small business expo, that's one to many. You're walking around. You're really one to one at a small business expo because you're walking around meeting a bunch of people at the booth. Where social posts, it's one to many. If you run an ad on Craigslist, it's one to many. You run an ad on Google or Facebook, you can. For the biz op, it's a lot easier. For funding, you can too. But just know that attribution you don't get paid for. So I'm no longer running ads because it just got to the point it wasn't worth the return. Now we're working on some things. We're testing some landing pages. We're trying to come up with some ways to give you a way to do this, but you don't need it. And until it's guaranteed, we don't teach it. We don't teach it. I would not spend a dime on Facebook unless you're already making millions on Facebook and know how to do it. I hired two agencies and I lost a lot of money and neither one of them could do it. Now anyone says I want to do it, I say, this is what I'll do. You work for free, agency. I'll give you a commission. I'll pay for the ads. You do all the work. You make it work and I'll pay you a percentage of the fundings and I'll pay for the ads. I've not gotten one of them who's taken me up on it. Not one. Because none of them believe it works. The ideal outcome is low to none. So don't do it. Don't teach it. Don't do it. All right. Don't teach it. Don't do it. If we end up proving it, we're still testing things. If we prove it out, we'll give you a system to do it with. But until then, there's your outreach, right? Here's your methods. Here's your markets. Here's your markets. That's all you need. You can get rich off that. That's it. That's all you need. We've already talked about in the training what to say, how to say it, and all the funding trainings. So follow the training, go through that onboard training, go through the funding training, and go through the recruiting training. You know exactly what to do. All right, let's go to your questions. That's it for today. Any questions you got about anything? I've got some other things, one to many, doing a YouTube social, doing a YouTube page, doing social posts, running ads, joining associations, networking networks. That's how you do the one to many. Boom, that's how you do this. Right there. What questions have you got? It's that simple. Now it's time to do it, right? Okay, let's see what we got. A bunch of comments there. By the way, for those of you who are doing your two a day, 10 and play, good for you. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road, guys. I don't see any questions, so I'm going to end with this. At this point is when you go, okay, I no longer have to figure that part out. Darn. I no longer have that reason why I don't reach out to people. I no longer have I don't know what leads to call. This board right here shows me where I can get thousands of leads. And I'm only limited to how often I want to do it. Let me say this, you'll stack momentum. Getting started, your first one's hard. The second one's easier. The third one's easier. Start with texting and emailing and do it passively if you have to, where it takes you nothing. But start. Go through right here, like we said, and actually do it. Go through right now. And if it's a business owner, send them. If it's a business owner, send it. It's a business owner, send it. If you're a snowboarder, they say send it. If you're a high diver, they say send it. They go, just go for it. I remember riding my little BMX bike and jumping things and trying tricks and skateboarding off the, trying a half pipe. Those things, send it. No, I'm not sending anything. I could get hurt. But eventually you learn how to send it in your BMX bike and you try things and you scabs all over your body and you're okay with it because you're now okay. You feel so good when you land it. This is not risky, guys. No scabs here. No scabs. You don't have to worry about an avalanche behind you when you send it off that cliff on your snowboard, or send it off that 60-meter high dive, or send it off that halyard line on your sailboat or jet ski launch. You're not taking a risk here. There's no risk here. What's the risk? You're bringing value. You're reaching them with either a funding platform education or a business opportunity education. The outcome is not your responsibility. So now the question comes down to, when will you just go through the list? How long is it going to take you to get through your list? Go through it. How many hours today? If you're doing this full time, 4 hours a day, you should be doing outreach. Phase one, introducing new people. 4 hours a day, outreach. following up with old, talking to old. You get on a call with someone for 20 minutes. That's, you can only do so many of those in 4 hours. So if you want to make a half a million a year, I mean, you can't work at General Motors and make a half a million dollars a year without working 60 hours a week. And good luck getting promoted to that level. If you're making $60,000 a year at General Motors, you're 50 hours a week. Count on it. If you're not working 50 hours here, and I'm not talking about sitting on Zooms, I'm talking about you're in business development. That means working with new prospects or existing agents, new customers or existing customers. That's our business. This is how we sharpen the saw. So now it comes down to go time. If you're doing 2 a day, good for you, up it to 4. If you're doing 6 a day, do it good for you, go up it to 12. If you're doing 12 a day, and if you're like, hey, I got to get this happening now, then just be in prospect mode. Get in phase 1 mode. Phase 1 is recruiting and selling all day long. Spend 90% of your time recruiting new agents and promoting our funding product to other people. Promoting our business opportunity to some, promoting the funding platform or payment processing to others. Recruit and promote all day. Get that going, and then do the same thing with your team. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's have a good weekend going into next week. The LMS should be going live soon. Recruiting is up. Business funding packages was up 30% last week over the prior week. So well done. We've got well into the millions of dollars just from one of our lenders and offers out right now. If you know an offer's out to one of your clients, know that we're on it. But if you see the offers out and it's day or 2 or 3, it's okay to ping them and say, hey, if you responded to that offer, help them move along. And you guys are doing fabulous. Recruiting's up. I want to say it's up almost 100%. I don't know the exact number. I know, some of our days are up 100% over the prior week. So recruiting's up, new packages are up, everything's on the up. But don't sit on your laurels. If your personal income's not up, then you need to do more of this. If your personal income comes from your personal efforts, I need to do more of this. I do. And I think everyone on here does as well. All right, let me see what we got here because I know the check's going out, right? Great information. Carmen says, thank you, Carmen. These are always on YouTube. It's being streamed on YouTube right now, Carmen. Sometimes you talk faster than I'm able to write. Absolutely. I always talk faster than you're able to write. Appreciate that you like the passion. Yeah, go back to our DAC YouTube page. Lincoln will also show you all of the people that your connections know. Yeah, exactly. So they're warm market's warm market. But again, guys, warm market, there's thousands of people You can go here too, but your results here are going to be far less. I'm just telling you. Do it. Don't not do it, but start with your warm market. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Lois. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Robert. I think that's everything from everybody. Bonus dias. Okay. All right, guys, it's streamed live. Go watch it again. And this will be in the, this will be on the agent update calls for the next at least month or so. All right. So if you like it, download it, save it to yourself, take notes on it and teach it. God bless you all. Have a good weekend and strong start to next week. And let's let this be the beginning of the end of 2024 for you.